Hey guys, it's Danny. So following up on my fertilizer problem, I decided to buy a generic fertilizer that I could find at the flower shops. And from all the fertilizers that I could find, this is the best option. Yes, I know it's not ideal. It's a Compo fertilizer. But this fertilizer, well, it's not all that bad, I suppose. So let's take a look here. I know this is Greek and you will probably not understand anything, but if you look at the symbols, you will probably understand a few things. So what I like about it is that it has a nitrate somewhere, there you go, a nitrate form of nitrogen mainly, and then there is some ammonium, but no urea, so that's nice. It has the macro elements, and surprisingly enough, it has the micro elements as well. However, they missed out calcium and magnesium, but the good thing is I can supplement them with a little bit of tap water and some Epsom salts, so it's not all that bad. However, the new thing about this fertilizer is the addition of seaweed. Now, Compo must have heard that some orchid lovers like to use these organic fertilizers, and seaweed or kelp, or I'm not sure if they're the same, is supposed to actually help your orchids, and thought to themselves, oh, that's a good idea, let's just add some. And I have to say it's a little bit concerning for me because I have an inorganic setup. And regarding bio-loading it, I'm on the fence about that. I'm really not sure how my setup will be with these biofertilizers that need to be degraded. I'm not sure exactly what seaweed is. Maybe it's just a complex of vitamins for orchids, in which case it might be okay. However, it's an organic compound that I will add to my orchids, and I'm not comfortable with that. But it's the best thing I can find, so let's do some testing and see how this fertilizer works. But before we go ahead and do that, I just read up a little bit on seaweed. Well, it's a bunch of hormones, and actually they are being used quite a lot with plants, so who knows? For those of you who wanted me to try seaweed, there we go, I'm gonna try it. We'll see if it indeed makes a difference, and well, to be fully honest, all I ask is no more burnt root tips. However, let's try to be optimistic and test to see how strong this fertilizer is. So I've mixed in the quantity recommended by the label in this 2-liter bottle, and I have to say it doesn't smell pretty at all, but if it's gonna do okay with my orchids, who cares really? Now, Roger here was complaining that he found a fertilizer which was so low in salts and minerals actually that it's barely worth using. So I'm pretty curious to see how strong this one is. Hey, I'm back. Well, something unexpected happened. So that bottle was prepared yesterday because I really wanted to see how strong it was. And I opened it today and it smelled like something died in there. So I had to throw away everything, the bottle, everything. It's horrible. My greenhouse is so stinky right now. I can't believe it. So if this is what's gonna happen to my orchid pots, no way. So I still want to try it, at least for the sake of experiment. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it again. So as I was saying, I don't know if I catched it on film, this thing doesn't smell that pretty. However, if you leave it in the bottle for a few days, no, do not do that. Anyway, okay, let's prepare it again. And what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna water the catasetum with it, because the catasetum, after its dormancy and so on, you can change the medium, you can mess around with its roots, it's okay. I do not want to risk the smell on all of my orchids. So, wow. Okay, 2-liter bottle here. And they say that I should use the second measure for 2 liters here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure how it smells in the bottle now. Doesn't smell like dead stuff. It doesn't smell pretty either, but it's more tolerable. Gosh, you guys, that was not the wake-up call that I needed. You can see the water is getting a little brown. My voice is getting a little shaky. Well, this is one of those moments caught on camera that we'll remember for a while now. Seaweed, huh? You needed to add seaweed. Okay, let's see how strong this smelly thing is. So, So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna fertilize my orchids with this strength. I'm not even sure how frequent they say to fertilize. Alrighty, so what I did was put 1 liter of this fertilizer in 1 liter of fertilized water actually. The rest with osmosis water, and half a liter of tap water for some calcium. Hey, that's not bad. I got it right. Okay, so we're good with the salt quantity. On the high side, and the pH, pretty good as well. Okay, so I water my catasetum types only, and I'll come back in a few days and see if anything stinks. I'm really scared of using this product now. Anyway, I will return in a few days, but with the help of some magic here on YouTube, you can do this. And one day has passed here in YouTube Wonderland. So, good news, this thing does not smell. So, I already watered everything because it was watering time, and I thought, well, oh, why not? Now, in all honesty, what's the problem with all these root burns? If you have a very established orchid with a massive root system, it's really no problem. A few root tips burned, you see the problem, you fix it, everything's okay because the orchid has roots. However, my girls have been through so much stress and trauma, due to my fault as well, due to the move, due to everything, due to the fact that the ceramist was not here for a month, you know the story. So these root tips are really, really important to them. If these new roots have trouble growing, it might mean either that the orchids will stale even more and will be set back even more than they already are, or they can actually die, deplete themselves, and that's that, story over. And I really don't want that to happen. So this is why I wasn't angry, I was at a loss. I was kind of desperate. I literally had nightmares about this problem and how to fix it and what it could be, so that's why it's important for me to stop the root burn. Now, I did a little bit more research on the whole Compo fertilizer, the kelp thing, because yeah, it has seaweed extract and actually kelp, and I learned more about kelp and what it has, and among the plant hormones and all of that, it has high concentrations of some micronutrients. However, it also has the highest concentration of calcium in all the plant world, or something like that. Also, it has magnesium, so probably this is why they didn't add calcium and magnesium to their fertilizer, and maybe that's why my TDS meter was off the charts when I tested it. So for now, for a while at least, I'm not going to combine it with tap water or with Epsom salt and just see how it goes. If I see deficiencies, I will just start adding it, because this fertilizer is actually powerful. So I will continue with this fertilizer. I'll dose a quarter or so of the recommended dosage at every watering. I might flush with tap water because I might flush because of the bio load. I'm not sure how that's gonna be in my ceramics and all of that. I'll be careful, but after a month or so, I will come back with an update and tell you what's been going on. And all I want is for the root burn thing to stop. That's all I want. And for those of you who actually recommended me seaweed, kelp, and all of that, you know I'm a little bit skeptic with stuff. Usually stuff that sound too good to be true are usually too good to be true. They're not true. But reading about it, so many people have reported great success with this seaweed extract, and many people said the effect is visible within a few weeks. You don't need to wait a year. How much of this is true? I don't know. How much of other factors are at play? Again, I don't know. I'm trying not to keep my hopes high, but you know what I really, really hope for? The next time that I'll make an update on this, I really hope I will say, you guys were right. I was totally wrong. This thing actually works. I'm not expecting this to happen, but that's really what I wish for the next update in a month. Alrighty guys, thank you again for watching. I'll keep you updated. If you'd like to stay up to date, watch more orchid videos from me, simply subscribe to my channel. I post on a daily basis and make regular updates, show you the good and the bad and all of that. Because sometimes things are not always good, right? So no point in showing you only the good stuff, I guess. Anyway, if you'd like to leave me comments, do so down below. I always check my comments. You can share everything with me related to orchids. And if you ever want to send me a letter, do so at the address you see on the screen and in the description below. Choose an option on the screen now if you'd like to visit my website orchidnature.com or watch another orchid video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and all of that. See you all next time. Bye.